I recently met a guy through a friend and we hit it off instantly. He was open about his struggle, one of them being drugs. Despite that, I went to visit him. The guy is clean and is a great cook, but his drug addiction is on another level. He would literally jump and scream in bed as he slept. When he was high, he shuts down emotionally. I requested a ride back home when I was angry at him during one of my visits, and he couldn't have cared less if I left or not. We haven't spoken since, and I would like to reach out to him, but his lack of compassion is keeping me away. Do you think it's worth it for me to keep going back to him? Or is it a good idea for me to just break it off completely? I'm in limbo. Please help.
I think for me personally, that's a very simple thing to decide on. Like, you break that up. Like, why bring such troubles into your own life? You know, these aren't problems where it's like we're a couple and we need to work through this. There's something off with you that you need to work through, and it's not something that I can actually be involved in. You know, because obviously if somebody's involved with drugs, I'm trying to think how their social circle is like.
Dude.
You know, and do you really want now to bring that social circle into your life? What will your own friends and family think, you bringing a social circle like that into your own life? That would be one thing I think of. Not that I'm saying think about what other people are going to think of you, but just think of the consequences of what you're doing socially to yourself by bringing in a person who's addicted to drugs. Any addiction for that matter, anyway, that's like self-destructive. Why bring that into your own life? Because at some points, the biggest risk is this. Yes, you're sure of yourself now. Spend 2-3 years with this person. One day you're excited, life is good, and you take one drug of whatever it is this guy's taking. Then you're hooked, and now your own life is screwed. So why do that? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
For her to meet this guy through a friend shows the sort of friends that she hangs out with, meaning for herself.
That's a good read, yeah.
Herself, she is just like a shaky character on her own, and now she's around the environment of people that are very shaky in terms of values and things they allow around themselves, meaning that she already is susceptible to such as well.
Which means she's already in the circles.
She's already in the circles. If she didn't flinch when this guy brought this up, then she's used to that life. Maybe from a distance, maybe through other friends, but she's already there. So her being around a person like this does not really faze her much. It's how the guy acts after the thing that has a very
I get that. Okay, so maybe he painted the picture that, no, I just enjoy this thing, but it's not like something that has an effect on me. Only for her to discover that it actually does have a heavy effect. Because there are people who are functioning addicts.
And it seems to me like she has this thing of a wounded bird sort of, I can fix it. I think that's the mentality she came in with, of like, okay, let's see how bad it is, or let's read the situation. Maybe I can be that person that actually takes him out of there. Which instantaneously, once you start thinking along those lines, you're already fucked up. Because
I do agree with you on that. Yeah, the girl maybe wants to fix him. But I think that is a question actually that would arise if you love somebody. It's like, okay, which drugs am I willing to stand for and fix?
Well, let's step away from the whole drug thing completely and focus on the red flag.
Okay.
On the deal breaker here. She spotted a red flag and she's in between about it, which for me poses a deeper question on her own sort of boundaries with herself and her own values, and like, what is it that you are you willing to just say no to completely, and what is it that is going to be something that you can stay for? She herself does not have any clarity on that for herself, which means she can just wait for anything and be in the middle and lukewarm about certain things that people do depending on the situation. Because she hasn't marked that line for herself, which is like a real sort of challenge that most women have, of just like, let's see how the things go, even though we've seen something that is like,
massive red flag,
But you're going to stay and tolerate it until it becomes to a point where you can't actually live, because you've gotten into the relationship so much that there's a lot invested now. Meanwhile, you should have left earlier than that. So it's knowing those boundaries for yourself. What is it that I'm going to stand for and what I'm not going to stand for, and have clarity on that. And leaving, honoring yourself enough to actually leave when you see that. Because sometimes I think she's caught in the thing of, it feels good. Like this relationship thing could work. There's a glimmer somewhere that she's seeing of this person being a good person. And the chick is buying into that. This person, I can see the good in them. And they're not seeing the detrimental effects that could ripple across her life.
He's a good cook.
across her life because of this one decision. She's making this decision based on an ideal picture of this person that she's seeing and not reality.
He's a good cook. Maybe he's good in bed as well.
Probably he's crazy.
Well, say he jumps up and down in bed. You know, when I heard that, I was like, is she talking about the after effects of the drug?
No,
or?
it's the drugs, dude.
Okay.
It's the drugs.
So he jumps up and down in bed.
The fact that he shuts down, this person is emotionally unavailable at crucial times.
Yeah.
So, end of this.
Maybe he can be fixed, because maybe then he has an emotional problem.
No, it's not an emotional problem. When you hear things like that, you run, because that is none of your business. And if it becomes your business, it becomes your business.
Yeah, that's true.
And you don't want that in your life if you're not about that life. But if you also have toxic traits that you haven't dealt with within yourself, and you lack boundaries with yourself and the self-respect to say no to stuff like that, you're going to stay there. And that's the conclusion of the story. She needs to have more self-awareness of what she wants, who she is, and how to move past the glitter and the glam. Well, not the glam, but like the rose-tinted glasses that she's looking at the guy with, and see the reality of some things are not fixable. Some things are not yours to fix. And the person can be a good person and just has something that actually does not resonate with you in terms of your own values, and you need to cut that off. And that's the cord that we sometimes stay in relationships with, thinking somebody's going to change. Meanwhile, it's going to get worse from here.
Okay, so are we concluding that she should leave?
I'm concluding that she should have some self-respect for herself, set her boundaries with herself, and opt on leaving, because this situation is not hers. She didn't start it, firstly. She does not know how far it will go, and she is not in control, actually, of anything in the situation.
Okay, I'm definitely on for leave.
Let us know, according to your own personal stories, what are deal breakers that you have ignored previously in like potential partners, and you just blatantly ignore. Let us know in the comments, and let us know how you dealt with that. See you again next time.
Bye.